Well, I'm here at beautiful Triumph Park in Waukee, which is a totally unique park, unlike any you've probably ever seen. And we're going to learn all about it here with my guests. On my far right is the Executive Director of the Parks and Recreation Department of Waukee, Matt Jeremiah. Nice to see you, Matthew.
Thank you.
And with me also is Heather Behrens, who's Marketing and Advertising Coordinator for the Parks and Rec. Folks, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Matt, let's start out by talking about the uniqueness of this park for both children and adults with maybe special needs.
Yeah. So this is Landscape Structures Epic Playground of 2022. So what that means is they've put extra engineering into the overall design. It's much bigger than anywhere else you'll see. And there's features within here that you won't find anywhere else. And, you know, the design as a whole was designed for people of all ages and all abilities to recreate together. That was the number one key.
You mentioned something that was interesting to me because obviously children with special needs have to have a safe environment to play in. But what about the parents and the grandparents who come to visit? This is special for them too.
Yeah, what we talk about all the time is a lot of disabilities people don't grow out of. So as they get older, if they're a parent, this allows them to interact with their son or daughter or maybe grandchild. And so that bringing everybody together and be able to play together is what was the most important.
So things like a ramp for that wheelchair and things like that are just, they're just ahead of their time, I guess, here in the terms of their thinking. It's just wonderful. Heather, let me ask you,
Sure.
when was the park first established and when did it open?
Yeah, it opened last summer in June, so we just came upon our 1-year anniversary. And we've enjoyed our, just starting our first full season here, but we've already had thousands of visitors from all across the country.
I bet. Now, what kind of events take place here in addition to the playground? And I see the ballparks up there, obviously, Matt, but what else goes on?
Yeah, so we hold annually, we hold multiple fishing events that we've partnered with local organizations within our community. We've also partnered with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources to stock the pond.
Great.
So we have a lot of fishing opportunities. We also have our Miracle League field where we host Miracle League games and also provides an opportunity for PE classes and school groups to come out and be able to participate all together.
Well, Heather, it really kind of falls in line with all the other dynamic things that have been happening in Waukee now for several years with all this growth.
It really does, and this was such an interesting collaboration within the community. So the school district was looking for a place to build our second high school, and the city was looking for a place to build, a really great park that could invite folks from all across the metro and the state. And so we were able to partner together, and so joint purchased the land, develop it together, which offered a lot of cost savings and efficiencies for the construction. It also allows us to kind of flex parking and things like that. So it's truly a community place. And we're even seeing people kind of enjoy the amenities together. So, people come for a baseball tournament and now the kids bring their fishing poles and you might see them out there with local residents, learning to fish in between their games. So it's really wonderful to see.
Well, and from this angle, Dan, on the camera, you can see the Northwest High School behind us and the lake and the fishing pier. This is just such a what would you say, a beautiful park and a totally unique park, as I mentioned in the intro.
We also have trails that wind throughout the park and will connect into the Raccoon River Valley Trail, which is really popular for folks in this area.
Oh, yeah.
So it really just ties into the broader community as well.
And Matt, you want to give a shout out to the Waukee Betterment Foundation.
Yeah, so the Waukee Betterment Foundation is a nonprofit group that we worked with. They were responsible for fundraising $3 million for this great playground, the fishing pier, and the Miracle League field.
Just an amazing accomplishment by this partnership. And really, it's just another jewel in the crown that is happening in Waukee, Iowa, one of the fastest growing counties in all of America, Dallas County. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks so much for having us.
Continued success.
Thank you.